no one to guide. Feeling low, searching for where I should go, but I won't let it break, not today.
Hello, beautiful people. This is another beautiful day in the city of Chicago. Yes, and today I have to do the city cruise tour. Yes, like I'm gonna go to the cruise yard, and then I'm going to book a ticket for my city cruise tour. So today I'll be taking you around there. I do not really understand. I don't know the history behind it and everything, but I'm just gonna make you see the views. Yes, so follow me as we go see the beautiful view of Chicago, going round and everything. And in all these things, I always keep telling myself that I wish my African leaders could be seeing all those things, that they can do better for our country, taking big loans, big grants and all of that. They can do all those things to bring tourists into our countries. You know what I mean? Like now there's something in Ghana we're doing. It's called the Year of Return, where we have all the diasporans all coming up back into Ghana and everything. You know what I mean? They would love to invest, but they are not seeing things they could invest in. So I pray that our leaders will do such beautiful things that people can come back home and invest, or see things that they would want to come and invest in. You know what I mean? Because they're putting things in place. Like here, things are being in place. You know what I mean? Like for example, even when you go to Dubai, man, like it's a beautiful view. You know, so I pray that my African leaders will be looking at these things, will be seeing some of these things, so we can change the narrative. You get it? So follow me as we go on this city cruise, and it's a beautiful day out here. So follow me. Thank you for tuning in. I want to say I really respect you. I really acknowledge you. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your time and everything, watching me and watching our documentaries. Here is lifestyle, fitness, and everything in between. Health, everything. Travel. Thank you for tuning in. Respect. So this is the ship or the boats that we're going to cruise on today. They call it the architectural tour, and you can see some people already coming from that side, you know. So yeah, this is one of the things you can do in Chicago when you come here. Yeah. So that's it. You can see some people going around.
3 near misses, but I'm still alive. Got the scars to remind me how hard I strive. Through the ashes I rise with my heart intact. These battles I've conquered, that's a cold hard fact. I got
The restroom as well as the bar. Bar's open, bar only. David is your bartender. He's got everything in order. He's giving it with sodas on the store. Once you guys get on board, we'll go for a boat ride.
dreams in my pocket and fire in my chest. Won't let this weight put me to rest. When I stumble, I get back up on my feet. Every fall just reminds me the climb's elite. The music whispers, it's all in my hand. Fingers to the sky like I understand. A whisper louder than the shouts of the world. Through storms and chaos, my visions unfurl. I got a plan, and the plan is on God it is. Ooh.
Mather Tower. This white rocket ship shaped tower, the tallest of these four that are all squished together immediately across the river. And the third and tallest setback, it is the same height as this building's neighbor on its other side, this black box tower called the AMA Plaza. So it is contextualizing its surroundings.
Dreams in
This black box over here, though, this one was completed by Mies van der Rohe. Mies van der Rohe is a very influential architect, considered the father of modernism. More specifically, black box. Black box. Now, Mies van der Rohe really championed the idea of design as clearly purpose-driven, so important because of its functionality and the precision it takes to achieve that. And we are, of course, going to dive into the history of the black box. We're going to do that later, because right now I would love for us all to gander at these two absolutely wacky cornballs. These two towers are part of a complex called Marina City. Marina City was completed in 1967 by the architect Bertrand Goldberg. He was actually a student of Mies van der Rohe, but he considered himself to be both a simple scientist. And he wanted Marina City to be a city within a city. A place where residents could live, work, be entertained all within one complex. And his goal was to attract more residents to the city center because at that time this river stunk really bad. Nobody wanted to live downtown, and Goldberg wanted to change that. He also totally rejected the black boxes of his mentor in favor of organic shapes. He is even quoted to say, "There are no right angles in nature, and you will find no right angles in my building." Which is a very sassy quotation for Bertrand Goldberg. It does appear to be true, though, because the apartment units are all kind of shaped like flower petals, which is adorable. And within the complex, we have a hotel, a theater, shopping, restaurants, daycare center, bowling alley, gym, plenty of valet parking, and, of course, a marina underneath. So only the essentials for your average Chicagoan. Obviously, I'm kidding. But you know, in recent 94 for construction that is stopped. But then in 2012, new developers took over this whole
Life is humming with a quiet tune. The rings of yesterday disappear too soon. Funny how you shake the air I breathe, even when the world stays beneath the sheath. Around you, it's all a shade untrue. Colors bend, but nothing's askew. Feels like I'm standing on the edge of time, watching it march while you sink my rhyme. The sun strikes the pavement, but it feels softer now. I trace the pattern, but forget the how. Familiar streets turn to a midnight blue, though every shadow still whispers deja vu. Around you, it's all a shade untrue. Colors bend, but nothing's askew. Feels like I'm standing on the edge of time, watching it march while you sink my rhyme. Spinning still, yet I feel the gush of speed, like a river burst from a quiet reed. The unchanged world yet feels so alive. Your presence injects a furious drive. So here I stand in a motionless rush. My heartbeat says, don't break the hush. Reality warps, but stays as it seems. Funny how you spark these vivid dreams.
Sort of. This is River Point. It is from 2017, and actually, this goofy hot pocket shape is purposeful. It is site specific. Because if you look underneath this building, you'll see circular exhaust shades that run underground right there. And one thing you can't do when installing structural supports for your skyscraper is dig through active rail lines. So their solution was actually this parallel porch at the base of the building. It actually helps to redistribute the weight of the building into support lines. So it's still active. I'm turning fully to the bridge now, and in front of us we can see a pink brick building. This pink building is actually the oldest building we're going to see on this tour. This is Fulton House, and when it was originally built in 1898, it did not have any of those windows or balconies, because it was essentially a giant meat freezer. Suffering Chicago's thriving meatpacking industry. And the company operating this giant freezer closed in the early 70s, and renovations began in the 80s to turn the apartments. They had to pause work for 6 months to let the building fall. And when we're finalizers in, they found these walls were 4 feet thick, full of pork and matted horsehair that was used for insulation at the time. This is gross. The transformation of Fulton House was led by architect Harry Weeks, absolute maniac, one of my favorite guys. He was an avid sailor. He likes to incorporate nautical themes in his design. So for Fulton House, if you look up to the top, you'll see circular porthole windows up there. Those circular windows up and down. And Harry Weeks loved this spotted river so much that he then went on to design next door the River Cottages in 1988. And as you can see, he had a lot of fun with the shape of this building. Man loved triangles. He used triangles all the time. And we think it's because that shape reminded him of a sail. So he's taking those nautical motifs and reinventing them for a postmodern style. And the River Cottages, by the way, are a great example of postmodern. Is the irrational response to the overly rational? Well, that house, fine. Here's a teal triangle. But really, postmodernism is characterized by out-of-the-box, wacky designs that focus on storytelling. And in the case of the River Cottages, you know what? I really think that we are telling an aspirational. This is the Carroll Espion, a counterweight. Now, most of our bridges are dual lead, so 2 seesaws that are in the center to allow tall ships to pass underneath. Both of these bridges just have the one lead. They both open from over here on the left. Kinsey Street Bridge, though, a little more boring. Everything is tucked away underground for aesthetic and safety reasons. You don't get to see how it works, and that is why we love the Carroll Avenue Bridge. This bridge also features the most terrifying bridge house in the entire city. We do send one unfortunate person up there once a year to make sure this thing still works. We need to be able to lower it and raise it again because it connects right over here on the right side of the boat. This connection point is a lot lower than most of the boats that operate on the river now, including this one. So we need to make sure this bridge stays up so we can safely travel underneath it. Alright, you guys, the time has come. We now get to talk about my favorite building in the entire city of Chicago. It is right in front of us. It is a blue.
Life is humming with a quiet tune. Rings of yesterday disappear too soon. Funny how you shake the air I breathe, even when the world stays beneath the sheath. Around you, it's all a shade untrue. Colors bend, but nothing's askew. Feels like I'm standing on the edge of time, watching it march while you sink my rhyme. turn to a midnight blue, though every shadow still whispers deja vu. Around you, it's all a shade untrue. Colors bend, but nothing's askew. Feels like I'm standing on the edge of time, watching it march while you sink my rhyme. Spinning still, yet I feel the gush of speed, like a river burst from a quiet reed. The unchanged world yet feels so alive. Your presence injects a furious drive. So here I stand in a motionless rush. My heartbeat says, don't break the hush. Reality warps, but stays as it seems. Funny how you spark these vivid dreams.
I'm walking the tightrope of highs and lows. Life got me tangled, but yeah, it goes. Lit up a spark just to clear my mind. When the shadows get heavy, I leave them behind. 3 near misses, but I'm still alive. Got the scars to remind me how hard I strive. Through the ashes I rise with my heart intact. These battles I've conquered, that's a cold hard fact. I got a plan, and the plan is on God it is. Ooh. Dreams in my pocket and fire in my chest. Won't let this weight put me to rest. When I stumble, I get back up on my feet. Every fall just reminds me the climb's a leap. The music whispers, it's all in my hand. Fingers to the sky like I understand. A whisper louder than the shouts of the world. Through storms and chaos, my visions unfurl. I got a plan, and the plan is on God it is. Ooh. Dreams in my pocket and fire in my chest.